Yo, what's up, Trey T23 back again with another video. I'm gonna start off with probably the most uninteresting game, the Brooklyn Nets versus actually, you know what? Nah, the second. I'm gonna start off with the second one. I'll start off with the most entertaining one and then the least one, the one that is most disappointing. Start off with the Boston Celtics versus Nets. Really not much to talk about. No Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker's not the same, and they just have no one to guard Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and Harden. Griffin had a couple dunks. Durant had like 28 points, 4 blocks, 6 rebounds, 5 steals, something like that. I just saw not that long ago. But, you know, Nets did their thing, obviously. They won. So, that's all I got to say. I got them sweeping the Celtics. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Now, the Lakers versus the Clippers was the most interesting game of the night. I watched all 3 games throughout the entirety. So, starting off, it was a good game. It was a good game throughout the first, I would say, like, the first quarter. Everyone, they were doing their thing. But Chris Paul, bro. I really wish Chris Paul was not injured because this would have been a better series. It would have been a better game. The last couple minutes, like the last 2 to 3 minutes, the Suns just didn't. They couldn't score for the last like 3-4 minutes. Besides the free throws at the end that Devin Booker took, but I don't know. The Lakers, they still need chemistry. They still need to get used to everything. Yeah. Anthony Davis did his thing. Drummond grabbed boards. DeAndre Ayton was decent. Like he wasn't bad, but he wasn't amazing. But that boy Cameron Payne did his thing today, bro. He was hitting shots. He was getting to the basket. He was playmaking. Everything. But yeah. Series is tied, and the Nets are up 2-0. And oh, man. The Dallas Mavericks are up 2-0 against the Los Angeles Clippers. Didn't see this coming. Today, I mean, Kawhi had 41. Paul George had about 30. But they couldn't stop Luka. They couldn't stop Tim Hardaway Jr. They couldn't stop Jalen Brunson for a little bit. I don't know what to say, bro. I wish Kawhi and Paul George would take the assignment of guarding Luka. He was just running pick and rolls, getting Zubac on him. I was getting so mad when they kept Zubac in. He was getting killed by Porzingis. He was getting killed by Luka. He was getting killed by everyone. He needs to stay off of the floor. Start Ibaka, play Ibaka. When Porzingis is on the freaking court, play Ibaka. When he gets off the court, when they run kind of small with Maxi Kleba, or I don't know if Dwight Powell's playing, but Dwight Powell, then you can run small ball with Kawhi at the 5 or Batum at the 5 or whatever. Stop putting Zubac in. He is a liability on the defensive end, and he's not grabbing rebounds either. He was not really doing anything. He scored 6, maybe 8 points. He's a starting center. Ibaka can stretch the floor. Zubac can't. Ibaka can at least play. He can play defense. He can body up a Porzingis because he's a lot stronger. He's 5-6 inches smaller, but that don't matter because he's bigger. He's more built. And I thought it was Doc Rivers was the problem. It don't look like it. I mean, there's 2 stars did their thing, so I'm not blaming Kawhi and Paul George. I'm not blaming them on the offensive side where they couldn't score. Kawhi shot, I think I saw he shot like 60-some% from the field. I saw Paul George shoot 54% from the field. He had 28 and 12. Kawhi had 41 points. What else do you want them to do? You want both of them to score 40? It couldn't happen, but that's not gonna help. Like, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't care who wins the finals. I just want I want a different winner every single year. I don't want I mean, obviously, if the Bulls win every year, I'm fine with it. But that's just because I'm a Bulls fan. Now, I'd be like, the reason, like I said in previous videos, the reason I wanted the Lakers to lose the first game is because I wanted the Warriors versus the Suns, because I feel like the Suns could beat the Warriors a lot easier than they can beat the Lakers. I think they can beat the Lakers as long as Chris Paul is healthy, as long as they are completely healthy. I felt like that was the reason that the Suns kind of got off to a shaky first minute or two. It was a close game, but Chris Paul had like 2 immediate turnovers almost. They played horrible the first 2 minutes, and then they kind of came back. It was kind of all right, and they ended up going down, and it was almost over at that point. But excuse me, it's midnight. I'm tired. After this, I'm going to bed. But the Clippers need to step up, bro. If they go down 3-0, they might get swept. They might get swept being down 2-0. They lost home court advantage completely unless they win the 2 games in Dallas. The way they played, the way everyone else played, they're not winning a game in Dallas. If Paul George and Kawhi do the exact same thing and everyone does, all their role players do the exact same thing, like why isn't Luke Kennard playing? He was one of their better bench players. Why isn't Boogie playing? I know he's off of all those injuries, and I know they have Serge Ibaka, Zubac. Boogie would be so much better just because he's a bigger body than Zubac. Like, Zubac, I don't know if that's how you say his name, but Zubac, he can't move laterally. Boogie has shown that he is a lot better. Now, he's gotten skinnier. He's still a big center. He can still keep up with center. Like, he can keep up with a Porzingis. Like, I don't understand why Boogie's not playing, why Kennard's not playing. Like, it don't make no sense. I get Tyronn Lue's a championship coach. He's been a coach, he's been a player, but I don't know what he's doing, bro. They need to have Kawhi and Paul George on him, on Luka at all times. Like, Luka could do no wrong, bro. It feels like every single pass he made was gonna lead into a bucket. Every single shot he took, I thought it was going in. Like, after the first quarter, I'm like, every single shot he takes is going to go in. So I don't know what the Clippers do besides put Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on him at all times, no switching. Like those little pick and rolls where it's like Tim Hardaway Jr. setting the screen, Patrick Beverley switches on him. Can't have that happen. You got to fight over that screen. You got to go around it. You can't go under it. You can go over it, or you have to fight through the screen to stay on Luka. But I don't know, bro. The chances of the Clippers coming back, I think the Mavericks are definitely the favorites for this series now. This is what the Clippers wanted. They wanted the Mavericks. They got the Mavericks. They wanted to avoid the Trailblazers and Clippers, or Trailblazers and the Lakers. They avoided them, and they're playing the Mavericks, and they're down 2-0. I thought, because game 1, I gave them a pass because they didn't play the last like 4 or 5 games of the season. So I gave them a little bit of a pass, not a big pass, but I gave them a little bit of a pass. Game 2, Kawhi had 41, Paul George had 28. What happened? They lost. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just want to see good basketball. And watching the Clippers right now, it's not good basketball. They're missing shots. They're turning the ball over. They're not playing no defense on Luka. They're not. The first half, they did good. There was a tie game, and then the third quarter, fourth quarter, what do you want to do? What can you do? They stopped. They kept switching every play. They kept. Oh my goodness. I don't understand. The first half was good because they were not switching almost anything. Zubac was not on him. Patrick Beverley was playing good defense, but I don't know what they are gonna do at this point. But yeah, Mavericks in 4. That's all I can say. The Clippers are down 2-0. I don't know what the Clippers can do. Like I said, Paul George had about 30. Kawhi had 40. I don't know. As long as Chris Paul's healthy, the Phoenix Suns have a way better chance than if he's not. If he doesn't play Game 3, they're going down 2-0. If he's out the rest of the series, they're losing in 5 unless Booker can go for another 70 piece. And the Nets are winning in 4. The Nets are winning in 4. So that's, I don't know what games are on tomorrow. I didn't look at the schedule, but yeah. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and peace.